What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dallas Daily Show, coming at you here from the Neighborhood Loan Studio in St. Louis, Missouri. Today's episode is gratitude and mental health. Let's get into the conversation. All right, so here we are. It's the week of Thanksgiving. Everybody's talking about gratitude. Everybody's talking about how to be grateful more and more. And I think it's a good that we spend a lot of time once a year really focused on gratitude. I think we could probably afford to do it more daily than anything, and maybe even sometimes multiple times a day. But I love the fact that here in the United States, we have an opportunity to spend a week really focusing on gratitude. Of course, that is until Black Friday, and everybody gets crazy about shopping. I wish we could stay in this attitude a little bit more. So today and this whole week, I know it's Thanksgiving, so you're probably not even going to listen to the 10-minute pod on Thanksgiving Day, but I hope you will, because I think it's just going to be that daily reminder for you. And today specifically, I want to talk about this idea of gratitude and mental health. Last week in the episode, we talked about the 4 I's that would help you expand every day, the winning game plan for you, and how it overcomes the 4 fail factors: fatigue, anxiety, identity, lack of accountability, and how sometimes in life, those trigger belief behavior cycles that we fall into and the way that we become affected by the world around us can really lower our frequency. And you know that feeling, that sense of, you've probably heard this. This was a term in the 80s where, and I think actually the old movie series Back to the Future with Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd and stuff would happen and they go, whoa, that's really heavy. And so that was a term that people would use. But have you ever just felt heavy? Have you ever felt low energy? Have you ever felt low resistance? But it literally affects you and you're like, oh my God, I just feel heavy, right? That's because you're in a low vibration. You're in a low frequency. It's almost as though you slowly just down and down and down. That's low frequency. Gratitude is one of the highest frequencies that we have. Gratitude, love. It's one of those things where, man, when you're truly grateful, when you're truly in love, right, your energy's higher, your feelings higher. All of a sudden, why do birds suddenly appear, right? Every time that you are near me, right? That's what happens when love occurs. Love is a high frequency emotion, and you actually feel lighter. You don't feel as heavy. You feel lighter when you're in love. You feel lighter in joy. You feel lighter in comedy. You feel lighter in gratitude. And so how do we get to that point? Because we have to think of it like this. Low-level frequency stuff, depression, anxiety, anger, fear, super low frequency sort of behaviors and beliefs, right? And that's where we fall into the old cycles that put us on a trajectory toward a future we don't want anyway. So how do we do that? Well, one of them is to make the choice to actually build in more gratitude into our daily lives. And so we're going to be talking about different levels of gratitude this whole week. But today specifically, I just want to tell you, even from a scientific point of view, gratitude, they actually say people who have gratitude practices regularly, especially daily, have improved mood, right? They have overall greater life satisfaction. People who are more grateful. We've heard the people say things like, well, everything that can go wrong will go wrong, right? Murphy's Law. Or how are things going? Well, it's going so far, so good, but you never know. Right? These are people who are always expecting the worst potential possible outcome. But what would happen if we were like, no, life is great, and we didn't give a comma, but? How would your life change if we'd get rid of the comma, but? I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Comma, but you never know what'll happen. Comma, but another day, another dollar. Comma, but same blank, different day, right? What would happen for us just energetically if we just started dialing in people like, hey, how are you? And it's like, well, you never know. No, what if we started saying, oh, life is great. I'm blessed. Things are grand. And I'm not talking in this weird, fake kind of way. What if we actually started feeling more gratitude? What if when we woke up, we actually were grateful for the sun coming up? What if we were grateful for the fact that we even had breath that day? How would it elevate your mood? People who practice gratitude have decreased stress. They have decreased cortisol levels in their body, decreased anxiety, decreased depression, and they have higher levels of just life satisfaction. What would happen if you and I would quit pissing and moaning about our lives, and instead we'd start praising and raising the vibration of everything that we did? So there's this whole thing with like serotonin and dopamine and all these things, right? Serotonin's a feel-good chemical. Serotonin is one of these things in neurochemistry that it's like, man, if you can raise your serotonin levels, and a reason a lot of people have to take SSRIs or SNRIs, by the way, I'm not a doctor, I'm just telling you a little bit about what I know through my own journey, is because they're not having high enough serotonin levels of the just feel good about life level chemicals in their body. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter, and when serotonin is low, what happens is we seek more dopamine stuff because it spikes like a neurotransmitter. It spikes up. I was just reading about this in a book called The Pleasure Trap, and we seek more spikes of dopamine because our serotonin is so low. But what would happen if we just started doing the practices that raised the water level of our life to a higher level? What if we started spending more time in nature, going for walks, smiling more? You'd be amazed at what smiling can do for you. So this whole week, we're going to kind of talk about this idea of gratitude. But the idea is I want you to have a daily practice of gratitude. I want you to think of something every day that you are grateful for, because in general, then, it's going to start raising the water level of your life. It's going to start raising your vibration. It's going to start raising up who you are. And here's why we're going to do it just in a very practical way. So every day this last week, and I'm going to do it again this week, I'm going to tell you to go to the podcast website, which is dallasdailyshow.com, and you're going to download the positive play call cards. It's just a simple template that you can cut up, you can chop up, slice up into 5 little daily cards that you can keep them as bookmarks, that you can keep them as, put them on a shelf, put them on a counter, put them on your refrigerator, all these places, and they're just daily little reminders. So today, you get to play Mad Libs and you get to fill in the blank. I'm going to have you on your positive play call. You're going to write, today I am grateful for blank. Now, if you write blank, you're a hoser and you're a comedian, and I love you for that. Write down something you're actually grateful for, okay? Today I'm grateful for my spouse. Today I'm grateful for my kids. Today I'm grateful that I have breath in my lungs, whatever it is. Today I'm grateful because this blessing just occurred in my life. I want you to start to write down, today I'm grateful for, and fill in the blank for yourself of whatever that is. This whole week, this is going to be the positive play call, because you're going to pepper these throughout your world when you're on your fridge. Today, I'm grateful for healthy food to eat. Today, I'm grateful for a car to drive in that actually works, whatever it might be for you. But the practice of gratitude is going to raise your serotonin level, and it's going to keep you from having to get as much short-term dopamine spikes in your world, because overall, you just feel better. Overall, you're not as heavy. Overall, you're happier, you're in a better mood, your mental health is on the right trajectory toward a future you ultimately want to be. All right, so make sure to download that today, my friends. And in the meantime, between now and tomorrow, go out there, be grateful, and have a championship day.
Thanks for listening to my dad's podcast. For more tools, go to dallasdailyshow.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.